Hey YouTube, it's me, Rel Simone, back with another video. So today I decided I'm gonna switch it up. All my two recent videos have been about my health, but I decided to do something a little more fun, do a story time. And I was sitting here thinking about what story time I was going to do, and I decided to tell this story time about something. It's funny now, but then it wasn't. So this is a story about the time I ditched a taxi cab. Do not judge me because it was not my plan. I was forced into ditching this taxi cab, okay? And back when it happened, it was the scariest moment of my life. It was a scary moment of my life because I was never allowed to do anything, and the time that I finally get to do something, I'm ditching a taxi cab, running from a taxi man, okay? So this happened when I was in 10th grade. I was in high school. I went to a high school called South Mount High School. My parents did not allow me to do nothing. I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't go to like parties and like go hang out, stuff like that. I just wasn't allowed. So this particular night, me and my cousin I used to hang out with all the time in high school. We decided we were going to ask our parents if we can go to the mall. Everybody in my high school, they used to always go to the mall, like hang out at the mall. So we was like, we're gonna ask, I was in charge of finding the ride to the mall. She was in charge of finding the ride home, and I was supposed to spend the night at her house. Okay, so I was allowed to spend the night at like two cousins' house of mine. She was one of them. So we planned to get us the ride to the mall. She gets us back to her house. Okay, so I asked my brother. He's older than me. He's like 5 years older than me. I asked my brother if he could take us to the mall. He said yeah. I asked my parents if I could go to the mall and spend the night at my cousin's house. They surprisingly said yeah about the mall. Like, I was shocked. I'm like, oh yeah. So I went and I put on my best little outfit I thought I had. Okay, I got cute because everybody gonna be at the mall. We all go there just to like, just walk around and see everybody, just hang out. So I'm like excited. I packed my little bag and everything, and my brother takes me to pick up my cousin, and then we go to the mall. We hang out, we have fun. I don't even know what we did. I just know we was hanging out. So now it's time for the mall to close. So when the mall closes, it's a movie connected to it, a movie theater connected to it. So they have the little ropes to where you can't go past the ropes because the stores are closed, but you could be in a movie area. So everybody's ready to start going home. So, everybody's starting to go home. So she calls her mom to come pick us up. Little did I know, she never asked her mom if she would pick us up, even though that was her job to secure our ride home. But I guess she figured that if she just called and said we didn't have a ride home, her mama was going to come and pick us up. Girl, no. Her mama was like, nope, I ain't picking y'all up. So she hung up the phone like, Mama said she not coming to get us. I'm like, what? She like, call your brother and see if he come and get us. I'm like, no, I ain't calling. I ain't never allowed to do nothing. So the one time that I end up doing something, I ain't got my affairs in order. You think they gonna let me go somewhere else? I'm not calling nowhere. You better find us a ride home. So I ain't calling nobody, okay? I'm not supposed to get in trouble. I am not gonna risk me being able to go somewhere else again in the future if it is even a possibility. I ain't calling. You better figure that out for us. Okay. So it was a lot of us out there like didn't have no rides. I don't know, like no rides home. I don't know why nobody else had no rides, but nobody had no rides. And it was a lot of us. We all went to the same school. Okay, we all went to South. And so we all like talking to each other, like trying to help figure out how each other gonna get home. So I had another group of cousins that was at the mall too. Cause at my high school, I had a lot of cousins at my high school. Like, you could throw a rock and hit a cousin, okay? Like, it was a school full of cousins, okay? So they were at the mall, and we was like, oh, when mom come, ask her if she could take us home. So they was like, okay, we'll ask. So when my cousin's mom pulled up, we waited for her to go ask to take us home. My cousins went and got in the car and drove off. We was like, well, so much for that ride. So we started talking to everybody else. It was these other guys there too that went to high school with us. they had a car though, and so we were like trying to see if they'll give us a ride home. They were like, hold on, or something they told us, and they went walking off, and they never came back. So much for them. So then there was still another group of boys there. So we like still trying to figure out how we gonna get home, you know. So then this one guy, which he call him he was my cousin's crush in high school. Like that was her boo. Like she loved him, okay? And we gonna call him boo cousin. Cause they together now. Like seeing that was her boo crush, everything in high school, now they together with kids. Happily ever after, okay? So we're gonna call him boo cousin. So boo cousin was like, come on, we got you, like that they had called a taxi, like, come on, we got you, you know, it's cool, come with us. So we like, okay. So when the taxi comes, it's one of them van taxis, so it fit a lot of people. So he like, come on y'all, we got y'all, you know. I'm like, cool. So we go and we slide the van door open, and before I'll get in the car, I look at boo cousin like dead in his eyes, okay? I straight looked at him and I was like, hey, I ain't got no money. Cause you know, we didn't take no money to the mall. We just went around to walk around and say hi to everybody and look cute. You know, I ain't had no money. I was only in 10th grade. I don't even think I was working then. I did work in high school, but I don't think I was working at that time. But anyway, so I'm like, I don't got no money. And he was like, it's cool, you straight, you good, like get in, I got you, right? I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So I get in the van, taxi van. And so it's me, my cousin, boo cousin, and 4 of his friends. So 5 guys, and then me and my cousin. Yeah. No, it was 5 guys, boo cousin. So it was 6. It was 6 guys. Boo cousin had 5 friends plus him, and then me and my cousin. So we all in the van. So leaving the mall. One guy sits in the front and the rest of us is in the back, like all crowded up in the back. The guys are all in like a huddle around the door. There's a door on the right, on the passenger side, but there's no door on the driver's side. So they're all crowded around the door on the passenger side. And me and my cousin looking, because we on the inside, because we got in first. So I'm looking and I'm like, what is y'all doing? Because they like huddle and they look like they talking like they in a football huddle or something. So I'm like, what is y'all doing? Like they all against the door. And they like, nah, chill out, chill out. I'm like, nah, chill out, nothing. Like, what y'all doing? They won't tell us. They just keep telling us to chill out, chill out. I'm like, but I'm peeping. Like, I'm just watching. Like, there's something not right here. And I ain't got no money. So I got to be on my P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's about to happen? Okay. So they have the taxi turn into this neighborhood. I don't know nothing about this neighborhood. It's a new development. I'm like, and it's far away from where we got to go. So I'm like, hold up. We don't live over here. And it was like, chill out, boo cousin. Chill out. We got you. Trust me. I'm like, okay. So I just be quiet again. So then they had the van stop in front of this like green grass field. It was houses, but it was like a green grass field between some houses. So he had to stop in front of there. When they stopped, I'm looking around like, like we don't live here. All of a sudden, the door to the van slides open, which is the guys. They slid the door open, broke. I'm sitting there looking around like, did they just run? Because I don't got no money. So I'm looking around and I look back and I see them all running. I'm talking, you know, back then the guys used to wear the white tall tees, basketball, you know, fitted cap. They all running. All I see is them. Like, you know how when you run, you got air in the back of your shirt? So they got big old bubbles in the back of their shirts of air from running so fast. They holding up their pants and holding their fitted cap at the same time. Like, gone, okay, booking it. And I'm like, no, these N-words did not just do that. Well, gotta go. So I get out the car and I take off running because I ain't had no money. Like, what am I supposed to do? Sit there and try to explain to me I ain't got no money? And he didn't really speak that much English either. So he ain't gonna understand me, and he ain't gonna understand that I ain't got no money. So I had to make a life decision, y'all, and I clenched my pearls and I ran. Okay, so I'm running across this green grass, and 2 of the guys was running too with me through the grass, but they were in front of me, so I could just hear everybody running. But I didn't know where my cousin was at this time, so I just happened to kind of like look back while I'm running because I don't hear her. So I look back and she's still at the van. She's barely getting out and she's gonna close the van door. And I'm thinking in my head, like, why are you closing the door? Like, you taking away time for you to run. Like, he finna catch you. Like, you gonna make it easier for him to just drive off. Like, leave it open because he got to get out the van. He got to go around the van and then he got to close the door and we got more time to get free. Like, why are you closing the door? This girl, okay. So she went to close it and then I think she realized it and she slid it back open. She broke running. And I kind of slowed down, so she caught up with me or whatever. And we run to the next street. We don't know where none of the boys are at now at this point. They just disappeared on us. We don't know who neighborhood we was in. I know who, later on, I found out that was Boo Cousin's neighborhood, but I didn't know where he lived. So we didn't know where to go. So we just like outside, like, what we gonna do? Like, we was far from home. We didn't know where we knew where we were as far as like, if we would have got to the busy street, we would know where we were at. But in that neighborhood, we didn't know where we were because we had never been in that neighborhood. It was a new development, so we never had been in there before. So we just had to figure out how to get back to the busy street. So we standing on the street and we like, oh my God, what we gonna do? Like, how we gonna get home? We gonna be in so much trouble. And we didn't have no cell phones at this. Yep, I wasn't working because I didn't have no cell phone. We didn't have no cell phones at this time. So I'm like, what we gonna do? So the van that we had rode in, it had like a lumpy tire or something because whenever it rides, it here go bloop, bloop, bloop. So the man was like riding around the neighborhood looking for us. Okay, so every time we hear this little lumpy tire, we had to hide. So we was like hiding around in front of people's cars. People had their cars in the driveways and stuff. We just hiding in bushes. Like, we just, every time we heard it, we just hid. Okay, until we didn't hear the noise no more. So even at one point, I hid in front of somebody's porch, and on their porch they had a window, and the window blinds was open, and I noticed that their blinds was open until I got in front of the window, and I'm bent down in front of the window, and I'm just hoping, praying that nobody comes to their window and see me in front of their window. Okay, so yeah, nobody saw me, so we kept popping back out, trying to figure out how to get to the street. Then we see a guy that was in the van with us. I've been on him since like 4th grade. He come walking, like, he was on somebody's brick wall, walking in between the houses, like tight, how you call it? Tight roping? You know what I'm trying to say. When you're walking on the street. He's walking on the, between the houses. And I'm like, I'm calling him Pretty Eyes because he got pretty eyes. I'm like, Pretty Eyes, like, where y'all go? He like, I don't know. So he didn't know neither. He kind of got caught into it too, I guess. So he like, I don't know. So now he walking with us. We trying to figure out where we going, what we finna do. And we hear the taxi come again. We hide. So me and him hid in front of a van. I don't know where my cousin went, but she's in the middle of the street. Or she was in the street side. I don't know where she was at, but she was yelling my name. And he was like, Pretty Eyes was like, don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing. And if you leave from behind this van, don't you come back. Like, you better. I'm like, shoot. So I stayed in front of the van. And then finally, the van left. She stopped yelling my name. We come out. I'm like, okay, we gotta run now. We gotta go. Like, cause Pretty Eyes like, I'm finna go. After we got him from the van, he left. Like, I gotta go. I'm like, bye. Like, stay with us. We don't know where he at, but he had to go. So he went about his little merry way. So now we running, and somebody had like string going through their yard, but I didn't see it because we was running we wasn't paying attention. But he had like string going through his yard. So when I'm running, I tripped and fell. I'm talking fell all the way down. And his yard was rocks. So I don't know why he had these strings running through his yard. But anyway, I tripped, clotheslined me by the ankles. I fall. I land like all the way down on the ground into a sticker bush. I don't know if y'all know what kind of bush I'm talking about, but they got these little stickers and they stick to your socks, they stick to your pants, and they hurt. So I fell in that. I literally hopped right back up like nothing ever happened. And when I hopped back up, my cousin was laughing, and I said, while I'm running, I'm like, what you laughing for? While I'm running, what you laughing for? And she was like, I don't know. You're so freaking goofy. Okay, so we find our way to the street. We walking home. Walking. We had the longest walk ever. And we had to walk past this park. And back then, everybody was saying that this park was called Hermosa Park. Everybody just say like, that's a dangerous park. I didn't know for sure because I ain't never been. I didn't go to the park. Like I said, I wasn't allowed to go nowhere. But I know it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And we walking past this park. I just wanted to get past this park as fast as I possibly can. And while we walking past the park, my cousin's mom drives the opposite direction past us. I guess she coming to look for us. My cousin goes, Mom! home. And I'm like, Grandma, shut up. We supposed to be right here. So she was like, oh yeah, huh? And she laughing. I'm like, my cousin, she's so goofy. So I'm like, oh my God. So we finished walking. We walked all the way home. I'm telling you, my feet were hurting. And I kept telling my cousin, I had on some Reebok classics at the time. White baby blue Reebok classics. I thought I was styling. That was back when Fabulous had that Reebok Classics commercial talking about how comfortable Reebok Classics was. And I told my cousin the whole way there, like, Fabulous lie. These shoes ain't comfortable. My feet hurt. My feet was hurting. So we finally make it home. This is how long it took us to make it home, okay? We saw her mom passing us. And by the time we got home, her mama was in the house on the phone with my mama. That's how long it took us to get. So she probably went all the way to the mall, came all the way back home, and we hadn't even made it home yet. That's how far we had to walk, okay? So we walk in the door. As soon as we walk in the door, she on the phone with my mama now, and she was like, oh. She was like, oh, here these N-words is now. And hangs up. I'm like, oh, snap, right? That's when I find out cousin didn't even ask if I could spend the night at her house. She just like assumed that everything was just gonna be good and dandy, and we was gonna get picked up and I could spend the night. She didn't make none of the plans like we were supposed to. I did my part. She didn't do none of her part. Had me walking forever, like forever. Okay, so she was like, "Here these N-words is now." They just walked in the door, hung up. So she started yelling at us and stuff. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, girl. I put my pants down, nothing but sticker bushes, things coming out my pants. I'm over here I'm gonna get in trouble. I got stickers in my pants. I'm not gonna ever be able to go nowhere ever again in my whole entire life. Like, my world is just ruined. So she was like, her mom was like, you didn't even ask if she could spend the night. Nah, she can't spend the night. Like, just because y'all did that. So my parents come and get me. I'm in trouble. We go home. I fell asleep on the couch. They let me stay on the couch because they were mad at me. So I guess they didn't want me to be comfortable through the night. So I had to sleep on the couch all night. I don't know why I fell asleep on the couch. I wasn't on the couch. I was on a recliner, like, you know them single chairs and you push it back and the feet pop out? Yeah, I was on one of those. They didn't want me to be comfortable, so they didn't wake me up to go get in the bed. Ain't that petty? Anyway, so that happened. So then the next day, I go to school. Mind you, like I said, I went to South Mountain. I had to catch the bus to school because I lived on the west side. My school was on the south side. So I had to catch the city bus to school, which was a 2-hour ride to school and a 2-hour ride back. I went to that school because I went to elementary school on the south side, and then we moved to the west side in 7th grade. But they still let me go finish out my junior high years, and then told me in high school I have to go to school on the west side. I'm like, no, I want to be with my friends. So I had to catch the bus 2 hours there, 2 hours back. So the next morning, or no, it wasn't the next morning because it happened on like a Saturday. So, you know, Sunday, then Monday comes. I catch the bus to school. I'm always like the first person to get to school. So, because I wake up so early and have to get there so early to be on time for my first hour class. So I'm like always first one there. So I'm sitting in the quads, where we call it the quads, where we sit down and eat and everything and hang out. I'm sitting there and I see each boy that was in the taxi with us that caused me to ditch the taxi. They all come up one by one, and each one, Boo cousin came up first, coincidentally. He walks up first, and as soon as he sees me, he busts out laughing. And I'm like, what you laughing for? That's not funny. And he was like, my bad. I'm like, and where did y'all go? He was like, who's at the crib? You should have came. I'm like, I don't know where you live. He like, oh yeah. So each dude came up one by one laughing like, hey, where'd y'all go? Trying to figure out where everybody went. And they all told us that they was at his house chilling around the pool, while me and my cousin running around hiding from the taxi. And they was like, oh yeah, we heard the taxi riding around. So they was that close to us, but we didn't know where they was. So they sitting at the pool chilling, and we dipping and dodging and falling in bushes and walking all the way home. Like, so it was not funny at the time, but it's funny now. Every now and then I'll bring it up, talk about it, laugh about it. Like, remember when you, you know, but yeah. So that is a time that I ditched a taxi, not by choice, but by force. Because if I would have stayed, I would have had to pay. And I ain't no money. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time. like, comment, and subscribe. Continue to watch my channel for more. I appreciate you, and I'll see you later. Bye.